Any questions about the day of the event itself on Wednesday, where we're going, what we're doing? You all good, as far as we know? Okay, good. Well, we're around, so you can ask any of us about that.
I just wanted to eat. Just wanted about media and how we present ourselves.
Yes, so I'll say a couple words about that and I'll turn it over to you. So there's going to be a lot of news media all over the place. It's going to be a big day. How many of you have been interviewed by a reporter before? Right? Okay, great. So I think that being part of these events is not just to attend and participate in them, but also to take advantage of the attention that's there, to talk about our work, to talk about why we are here, to talk about community health and what it means to us and how we connect what we're doing in our communities back to this larger mission. And you shouldn't be shy about saying that, just as Dr. Ross said. We need to be ourselves. We need to be true to who we are and why we're here and the things that we are advocating to change in our communities. And so, you know, I would suggest to all of you, in addition to your homework from Blue State on the plane, that you think about in your own mind a quick, you know, somebody asks you, a reporter says, Chris, why are you here?
I'm here to make change in my community and give that to the youth that are here and spread the word of bravery, acceptance, and love.
Okay, so great, sounds great. But you know, each of us may be asked that very same question, so think about it. Think about what you would say when somebody asks you, why are you here? What are you doing here? Why do you think this matters? You know, we need to be prepared for that, all of us as individuals, because I bet each of us will get asked that question at some point during the day. How many of you have heard of Health Happens Here?
Just everybody.
All right, great. So we're going to be flying the Health Happens Here California Endowment flag, right, at our events. We're going to have our banners that say Health Happens Here, and we're going to have little signs, and Brandon has, for those of you who didn't bring a hat, we have Health Happens Here hats for everybody to wear.
Really good on camera.
Good. Yeah, so we all can. So we're going to be wearing these around, and this is not something, this is new, right? So somebody says, you know, what does Health Happens Here? Do you guys feel comfortable answering that question? What does that mean?
It determines your life expectancy by years ago.
Yeah, so we talk about, I mean, at the endowment, we're trying to change how people talk about health. When you ask people what is health, most times they say, oh, it has to do with a doctor, it has to do with insurance or something like that, healthcare reform. We're trying to say no. It has to do with where we live. It has to do with where we go to school. It has to do with all the things that are around us every day that shape our health and our prospects for being a healthy life. That's what Health Happens Here means. And so if anybody asks you about that or you want to talk about that, this is a great time, right? Anybody has seen politicians interviewed on TV? Who's seen politicians interviewed? So they say, you know, Senator so-and-so, you know, what do you want to do about you know, the oil and gas problem, blah, blah. And they say, well, in my community, what we're talking about is X. So they're changing the subject, right? I see that happen all the time. So when somebody asks you a question, you have in your own mind what you want to say. That may or may not be the answer to that reporter's question. But the way that you know, that we lead through media advocacy is by taking advantage of these moments when we get asked a question to say the things that we want to say. So I just want all of you to think about that and to know that you may well have the opportunity to do that, and we should take that opportunity, and you should absolutely be yourself and be strong about why you're here, and connect that to the bigger event as best you can. And I think David has a few more tips for you.
Yeah, that being said, we also want to be able to cover our basics. So if somebody asks you what the California Endowment is, everybody's here representing the California Endowment, so you should have in your mind what it is that you want to say that the California Endowment does and is, and how also you're connected to it. So each of you can talk about your sites and what you're personally doing in your sites to build healthy communities. But the way that we present ourselves also, especially because we are going to be asked to do interviews and media, what are the bits of information that we need to give up front? So if somebody says, can I interview you, what are the things that we need to know about you right away?
About me?
Yeah, the most basic things.
My name, age,
Your name.
location.
Name, age, if you're comfortable sharing that, and the site that you're from, right? Okay, so your name would be? First and last name, because this is going to be media outlet, so you want to be able to give your full name. So you want to be able to give your full name, and if it's an interesting name, or even if it's not, you want to be able to spell the things that you feel that they need to. So I would say, my name is David Valdez, I'm from Boyle Heights. David Valdez is spelled D-A-V-I-D, V-A-L-D-E-Z, you know? And, you know, I give them the information that they need to. So, and then we need to be able to tell them that we're with the California Endowment and building healthy communities, as well as training our message around health happens here as much as possible. So just get used to saying that when people come up to you, make sure you just tell them right up front, hi, you want to interview me? My name's David Valdez, V-A-L-D-E-Z is how you spell the last name. I'm representing the Boyle Heights community for BHC with the California Endowment. That gives them all the information that they need to know up front. That way when they do the report or they quote you on something, they can say, it came from Bernice, you know, with the California Endowment BHC project. All right, everybody clear on that? And if you need help with any of that stuff, with what it is that you need to say about the California Endowment, or building healthy communities, or your local sites, you can talk to any of the adult coordinators, because we're more than well-versed in all the information that you need to know.
Yeah. You
All
know,
right, guys?
and Brandon is also gonna be with us a lot of the day, so, you know, he may be bringing reporters to you. You may have a reporter that you wanna let him know is talking to you, so that we can also keep track, right, of all the stories. We can post them on our Tumblr. We already posted a few of them on our Tumblr today from the interviews that you all did last week. And we can keep it all together, because that's really the story of us and the story of this trip, which is gonna be a great story.
So even if they don't ask you your name, just give them all that information up front. Hi, do you mind if I interview you? Not at all. My name's blah, blah, blah. I'm representing this site with the California Endowment Building Healthy Communities.
So, David, thank you. That's actually a nice segue to
Yeah.
what Albert's actually going to talk a little bit about.
Mary Lou, were you good on your end? Is there anything else?
Any
questions for Mary Lou?
questions for me?
You sent out an email about the dress code, to be aware, like, it's gonna be like, kinda like, dressy but not dressy, but like, chill. Like, is there specifics on like, color blocking, or like, patterns, or something like that?
Nope, no specifics on that. We just want everybody to look, you're representing your communities, representing yourself well, just nothing that's, you know, faded out jeans with holes, which you aren't gonna wanna wear in the cold weather anyway. But, you know, you're wearing jeans are okay, so they're kind of dark colored and dressier, sweaters are good, you know, things that just look